today we are doing our Grapevine bunny, which is a side profile bunny rather than the ones that are up and down where the bunny ears are on there, which is really cute. I just thought it would be really cute to do a side view bunny with a little foot here and our little ears that are slanted, and of course our little bunny tail. And the only thing that I didn't get at Dollar Tree was the bunny tail. I found this at a family-owned single dollar supply store that I stopped in the other day, and I picked up the tail, which is a little bit bigger than the Dollar Tree one. So let's get started on how you can make your own, and you're going to be really surprised at how we made our ears and our little foot. Okay, so here's what you need to make our side profile bunny. Now, if you guys want to do the bunny this way, you most certainly can, and you can do it the same way I'm going to show you how to do this one. You're going to need the two, which one is a 12-inch and the smaller one is a 10-inch, okay? So whether you want to do this way or this way, I would still say do a 10 and a 12 just so that the head is a little bit smaller than the body. Then we're going to use these, which are called cotton, what is it called? Dogwood. This is a dogwood. And then these are just berries that we're going to use to decorate. You're going to need some ribbon for the bow around the neck. You can add some Easter eggs if you'd like towards the feet. You're going to need some flowers. But the reason you're going to need flowers is because if you want to decorate it, you can. But what we're going to do with the flowers is we are going to remove them, because I always tell you guys to save your flower stems because that's what we're going to use for the feet and for the ears. So what I did was on this one here, this dogwood, what we're going to do is you need a pair of snips. These are snips, but these are also cutters from Dollar Tree. And these are in the floral section right now. They're selling these for summer so that you can trim bushes and stuff. And then a glue gun. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to actually make our ears. And these are the wires from our flowers. So we're going to use these. So we need two of these. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let's see here. I should have two that are already done. Here's one. Here's one, here's two. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove all the leaves, and you're going to save your leaves because you might be able to use them for something else. Okay, and you're going to need floral wire, okay, and this is floral tape. They sell all of this stuff at Dollar Tree near the flowers. At least that's where it is in my store. And then if you want a cute little decorative butterfly, you can do that too. So we're going to use the floral tape, and once you take off all of these flowers and leaves, what we're going to do to make the ears is you go from the base here, okay, and we're just going to start wrapping this all the way, okay. So I already have one done. Just wanted to do one with you guys so you can see. So you pull it tight as you're going so that it stays on here. And it's got this little bit of like a sticky adhesive in there that kind of holds it together when you get where you want to go. And we're just going to keep twining and twining and twining and twining. Today's the first day of spring and it feels like winter outside and I feel like I'm getting the sniffles. Okay, we're going to keep going, going. And when you get to about right there, you're going to grab your other one. And what we want to do is we kind of want to make them, and what I love about these is that here's your ear, okay? If you want to bend it to make the ear come forward, if you want to go sideways, whatever you want to do, because these are flexible wire, you're able to do that. If you want a more slender ear, if you want a wider ear. So this is the way you can adjust your ears. But the thing of it is that you kind of want to make sure that they're going to be the same length. They might be a little bit off, and if we have to, we can adjust them this way towards the bottom and stick this into the Grapevine wreath, okay? So here's the thing with the Grapevine. A lot of people can't find it, and this is just another easy way for you guys to do it, okay? So, and then you can use stuff right from Dollar Tree. There's no going to other craft stores or anything like that. All right, so when you get to this point, you kind of got to hold it together because you want to start twining these both together. Okay, so just kind of do it together. Okay, you could tear it off and come from the bottom and go up again, but no matter what you do, you're going to have to twine these together. So I just do it this way because, I don't know, it's just easier for me to do it. So when you're here, if you want, you can go a little wider just so that it's not flopping all over, see? And then what I do is, now that I kind of have them together, see how they're kind of like still not all covered? I just go back and forth until everything is nice and tight. Okay? Just go back and forth a couple of times. So now that's back once, and now I'm going to go back again, and I think it's going to be strong enough. Just remember to keep pulling on your tape so that it doesn't come loose and that it's like an adhesive and it sticks to it really good. Okay? So there, we're done. And we got it done, and now we're just going to keep going down. Okay? Go down, go down. And now we're just going to finish this off. Okay, and we can bend it however we want. Because what we're going to do is we're going to cover the ear with our dogwood flowers. Okay? Now, if you can't find those kind of flowers, you can use a different one. The only reason I picked the dogwood is because it's got the brown in it. Okay, so we're at the very end. And we're just going to pull that off and see if you pull it nice and tight, it kind of just keeps together. Okay? So now we have our two together. And I'm going to bend this one. And let's see if they're the same size. Okay, so there's one and there's one. And look, they're pretty close in size. Okay, so that's what we need for our ears. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take and we're going to snip off our tags, of course. Okay, and what I'm going to do first is, I think I'm going to put my ears on just so that I can, and I like the head this way because this kind of looks like a nose right here. So kind of pay attention when you're buying your smaller and your larger 10-inch so that you can kind of see the shape of the head, because this looks like it would be perfect for a bunny. Okay, so here's my ears, and you can decide where you want your ears at. Okay, so if you want them like that, and if you want it to do where they're bend a little forward, you could do that. Okay, so see how they have a little bend in them, and you can easily slant your ears back. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of my wire and I'm going to twine it in there. Okay, so this wire is so fine you're not even going to see it in there. See how thin it is? Okay, so you just take a little snip off and come through your grapevine. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could even add a little bit of hot glue in there to keep them where you want them. But I'm just going to twine it in here so that it doesn't come loose. Okay. And this way I'm not fumbling with the whole body. That's why I'm doing it this way. If you feel you want to do it another way and you want to put the body on first, it's entirely up to you. I always tell you guys, you got to do, look at this, looks like a big slinky now. Look what I did. Oh my gosh. Okay, now here's our other ear. Okay, so now I have that one bent a little, and I think I'm going to make, because that's one ear, and you can always trim these. So if they're too long, when you put both ears on, see how it's hanging there? You can always trim these a little. So if I wanted to, I can just snip off the little end, because one ear, depending on the direction that you put them in, might be a little bit bigger or smaller. But it is going to be a little tight. See how that was to take it off? So you got to squeeze really hard when you're taking them off. Okay, so let's stick this one in here. And the grapevine is, you have room to, you know, tuck things in. So that's why I'm easily able to put this in here. Okay, so now there's my other set of ears. So I got both ears on there. And what I want to do is I'm going to put a little flower here in the front for my nose. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my body on. So this is a pretty quick project. Okay? So I'm going to put my body on sideways, kind of like this. And again, all I'm going to use, but see how my grapevine is here? So you guys kind of got to watch when you're doing things. You might want to twine it there so that your grapevine is tucked in too. Okay, so look at the mess I just made. So don't do what I just did. I'll have to figure out how to straighten that out when I'm done. And I'm going to just cut a few pieces. Okay. What a mess I made. Okay. Alright. So I have a few pieces cut. And I'm just going to twine them in between here again. Okay? Because you can put it right between the grapevine. Okay? So go up in this one. Kind of got to feed your way through. Let me see. Let me do one here. And I don't want to do all kinds of hot glue on here because I don't want to be able to see it. So, but again, if some of you feel more comfortable doing it that way, you most certainly can. Okay? So just come around and twine it on here. Okay, I really want to get it between my grapevine because I want it to be nice and snug. Okay. So you can kind of move things around with your fingers. Okay, so I got that through there. And now I want to get this through here. Okay. So you're going to do this a few times just so that you have everything nice and tight and that it hangs nice for you. Okay, so here's our side view. Okay, so my bunny is like this. Oh, and I forgot, we're going to put a cottontail on there. Okay, so here's a little cottontail from Dollar Tree. Okay, so we did that. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add more wire here. And you're not even going to see this once you put everything on. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze a little bit of hot glue underneath the backside. And I'm going to hold that so that everything's nice and tight. Okay? And then I'm going to do it underneath too. Okay, so you really got to hold it. And I'm going to put some under this side too. Okay. Because we're going to put a bow right here. Okay, so even though we have the side view of the bunny, we're going to put the bow on. Okay. And I'm going to cut some more wire. I'm going to put some more on there. So you have to do it according to how you feel is, you know, whether it's loose or not. And if you feel it's too loose, then just keep putting more wire on until you're comfortable with what's going on. Don't do what I just did with this wire. Sheesh. Got a mess here. But I like this wire because it's so thin that you can't even see it when you're wrapping it. And it doesn't matter because you're going to put your bow right here. Okay, I'm just trying to get it as secure as I can without having it come apart on me. And if you have this twined around it, you're not, see how strong it's starting to get? Okay, and we're going to put a big bow right there, so you're not even going to see it. Okay, so here's my head, here's my body. Twine these together. Okay. Okay, so now what I wanted to show you is this little, I got this cottontail at a different place. They're made the same way. I got this at a store called Dollar Supply. They're not affiliated with Dollar Tree. When I talked to the lady, she said that they've been in business for 14 years and it's just a small mom and pop store. But look at the difference in the size. So this one was $1.50 and this one was $1. But because of our side view, I want to put this cottontail on. And what I like about this is you can clip it right between the grapevine. Okay? So look, I didn't have to do anything there. Okay, so here's my bunny so far. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to start adding our dogwood flowers on here. Okay, so that's why I like the fact that they're brown and my ears might be green, but it's not going to matter once I start to wrap these on here. Okay, and because there's little flowers on here, we're going to wrap our wire like underneath the flower. Okay, so we're going to cut a little piece off. We don't need that much. We're just going to wrap it around like twice. Okay, we're going to take our little flower and we're going to do it on the ears. Okay, we're going to put it on the ears. So this is going to take a little bit of time to do because you're wrapping everything around. Okay, and like I said, if some of you want to use hot glue, you can try that. I just don't want the hot glue showing, and I want to make sure that the wire keeps everything on. Okay, so like I always do, I'm just going to show you as I'm getting started. Okay, so my ear is in here. This new ear I put on, I didn't glue in, I just kind of put it there, but I should really glue it in. Okay, it was kind of stuck in there pretty good and I didn't have any issues with it, and now it wants to give me a hard time. So okay, so now we're going to go up the ear. So see, I wrapped the bottom part. We're going to go all the way around the ears, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I wrapped my bunny ears, but I actually want to do my whole bunny like this. So I cut off some more of the dogwood, and I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm going to do my head, and I'm going to do my body. Of course, I'm going to remove my tail. I'm going to put it back on. Then I'm going to add a little nose and my bow. And then I might add one little foot here that we're also going to make out of our wire. So I just wanted to tell you guys real quickly with our wire. So here's our wire, okay? So when I go to put it on my ears or even on the grapevine, what I'm doing is I am coming around your piece of flower and I'm tucking it underneath the flower so that you don't see it. Okay, and then I am bringing it over to where I want it, and I am just twining it on there. Okay, so we're underneath, we're pulling our wire through the back side. Okay, so I have my wire right here. Here's my wire, here's the other side, and I'm just twisting it together. Okay, so when I can take a longer piece of wire and twine it underneath the flowers, I'm doing that. So it's going to take a little bit of time for you to get these flowers on, and that's why I'm not holding you guys up by keeping the video on. So I'm going to do the same thing. So look, here I'm doing, see how my fingers are twisting? That's all I'm doing is twining it. Now, if I want to, because I have some greenery on here that's going to hide the wire, I can start wrapping the wire all the way through it. So I'll show you real quick what I mean. Okay, so then you guys can do it yourself so that you don't get frustrated with trying to figure out how to get this on here. Okay, so this is a longer piece. It's just hard to see with the video, okay? So it's really thin, and you're going to go behind your flower, okay? So I went through the grapevine, so here I'm through the grapevine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull right here, and I'm going to twine this, but you're going to have a long tail on it. And what I mean by the long tail is so that you don't have to keep cutting each piece, and all you're going to do is take this and wrap it around the front, okay, and then wrap it around your dogwood flower. It's kind of hard for me to show you because of the angle that I got here. Okay, so see what I mean? Like I'm wrapping it around from the front to the back, from the front to the back, so that I don't have to keep cutting my wire, but I have my flowers on here, if that makes any sense. Okay, so cut a longer piece of wire and then just keep wrapping it around your grapevine to hold these on here so that you don't. So the only one that I used a smaller piece on was right here, and then when I got to this flower, I cut a smaller piece, and now I'm starting to wrap that wire around it. Okay, so I'm going to finish off my head and my body, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the bunny all wrapped, and if you use different flowers, that's entirely up to you. I just like the fact that I can just simply wrap the wire underneath each one of the flowers so that you can't even see it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these pink flowers, and I'm going to put them here for the nose. And then I have this little pretty butterfly. I thought that these might be cute if I just use one, but I thought it might be kind of cute just to stick it like, you know, somewhere on the actual ears. I don't really want to put it where the bow is going to go, but we'll wait on that. And then what I wanted to show you guys is this is the dogwood stem. Okay, so we use the floral wire for the ears. This is the stem, and what I'm going to use this for is the bunny foot. So this is a little bit harder to cut. So if you're going to use these kind of snips, okay, it's going to be a little harder to cut this. I just want to show you guys real quick that you might be better off. Okay, so if I go right here, and you kind of want to get your bend in there, and then you're going to go back, you got to kind of squeeze it and go back and forth on it, and you'll feel that, don't poke yourself in the eye, you'll kind of feel the wire in there bending and it getting weaker, and now all you have is the outside coating. And now if you take these snips again, and it cuts right off. Okay, so you just need to keep bending inside that wire. Okay, so now we have this. What I'm going to do is, because it's brown, again, here's my bunny. I'm going to put my little foot on here, on the back side. Now, if I want to add a bunny foot on the front side too, I can, so that I have two little feet. But that's what I'm going to do here. I just wanted a little foot right here for right now. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on here just to get my bunny foot together. Okay. And then I'm going to wrap it with my floral wire, my floral tape, so that it stays nice and strong. I don't need a lot of it. Okay. Okay. So we're just doing this so that it doesn't flop around on us. Okay. See, I'm just doing that because I want it to stay nice and firm together. Okay, so again, pull it really tight so that it stays, and you'll feel that little bit on there. So there's our foot. And I have a little bit of floral wire back here. So I'm going to stick my little foot in between my floral wire. Now, if you need to add a little more floral wire there, that's entirely up to you. Okay, so here's my little foot. Okay, and here's on the back side, I just stuck it in some of the floral wire that I already had here. So as you can see how I just kind of wrapped my flowers with the floral wire? I went all the way around, and that's all I did to put this on, so that I wrapped all my flowers on there. So now I have my little foot on there. So here's my little foot. Now if I want to, I can either leave it the way it is because it's brown and I have the little foot on there, or if I wanted to, at the bottom here, I can add some little decorative, leaves and things like that. It just depends on what you want to do. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay, so here's the side view. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put my little nose on. Okay, I like these because they're a little bit bigger. So I'm going to cut these off the way they are here. Okay, need to go up a little more. I didn't want them to be all separated. Kind of wanted them together. Okay, so as you can see, you kind of got to squeeze kind of hard because they're But these are snips. See the difference here, the way they snip off? Okay. And what I wanted to do was gather these together like this. And I wanted to add them into here for a little nose. And if you want to make yours a little bigger or a little smaller, and if I wanted to, I can even add the cute little butterfly right to the nose. So that might be something. You can add it here, you can add it in between here, we can add a little butterfly right here on the nose. It just depends on what you want to do. Okay, so here's our side view, and here's an extra little flower that fell off, so we can add that right up here if we wanted to too. So let's do that. So if you have little flowers that fall off, add it to where you think you might need them. Okay, so let's put that there. Okay, and then all we have left to do is, all right, so we have our little nose here. Okay, so I just wanted to do the nose just a little bit different. Now we need to put our bow on. So, I don't know, where should I put my butterfly? I think I'm going to put it right between the ears. Okay, because I do have this pretty flower I could put up here too. Okay, so it just depends on what you, well, let's see. If I put this in here, and I put the little butterfly on there, I don't know, I think I'm going to do that, because I did something completely different. Okay, so you just got to make it your own. I just wanted to do a side view of our bunny, and that you can use the floral wire from your flower so that you're not hunting all over for your other. You made your little foot at the bottom here, so you got that done. You got your little cottontail on there. And I do have a few more flowers right here. So I'm actually going to cut this off, and I'm going to hot glue this down here so that my tail is complete. Right here I'm going to add a little glue because I want my flowers to be everywhere. I'm going to add that in there, so we got that done. Okay, so we still have our little bunny foot on there. Okay, now if I wanted to, I can wrap the bunny foot. I have a little bit of the white flower left, so I use 3 of the dogwood long. So this is a 10-inch on the top, a 12-inch on the bottom. I use the dogwood for the foot, and now all we have left to do is to make a bow for our neck. Okay, so let's do that. And all I'm doing is I'm leaving myself a little tail, and I'm going this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. I'm going to leave another little tail here. I'm going to cut this. So that's why I like these, because you can use them as scissors too. Okay. So we went this way, this way, this way. What I want to do is, you got to kind of play with things and turn them inside out now. Okay, so you got to turn the bow inside out now. And what I'm going to do in the center here is I'm just going to use, again, a little bit of this floral wire. And you can do this however you want. There's a lot of different ways to make different bows. So you don't have to technically do it this way if you don't want to. This is just another idea. And it's an easy way to make a quick bow. Okay, so you just twine the wire around it, and then you start opening it up. Okay, so we're going to bring the wire down, okay, and here's 1, here's 2, here's the 3 loops, okay, here's 1, Here's one. And you just turn your loops inside out. And then you just start to get your loops in order for you to get a flower bow here. Okay? And like I said, because it is wired, you can kind of play with how it works out. Okay, some of you may not like this, and that's okay. You can figure out how to do your bow however you want to do your own bow. Okay, so here's just a little bow that I made just by putting them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Here's my tail. We will cut a, oops, this one's got to go this way. We're going to take the two of these together. We're going to fold it in half, and we're going to cut this again, so we get a little cut there. Okay, now I take another little piece of my floral wire. Oh, that's already cut. I'm going to put it in between here. Got to go underneath it and around so that I can put it on my bunny. Okay. I have it here. This wire is so thin, it's kind of hard to see what you're doing. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on here, and I'll show you in 1 second. Okay, so I'm just twining it on again on the back side. Okay, twining on the back. I'm going to wrap it around my bow this way, just so that I'm sure that this is on here good. Okay? And I'm fluffing my bow up. And that's what I like about this wired ribbon, because you can really poof it out and things. Okay, so our bow is on there, and our little tail. Here's our little foot, and the only thing we're missing is our little butterfly. So again, let me see. I'm going to put it in the hair, and I'm actually going to glue it on. Not the hair, but the flower. Okay, I'm going to go right there. Okay, so there's our little side view bunny, and I'm going to see if I have enough to do the foot. I'm going to see if I can wrap my little foot there, but there is our little side view bunny rather than top and bottom. You didn't have to go and look for the grapevine for the ears, and you didn't have to soften them. You're able to use your own floral. Now, if you wanted to, and you wanted to fill in the center more, what you could do is get two of these, and you can add another one to make the body a little thicker. Okay? So this is another 10-inch, and you would just twine it into the body to make it a little fuller. It's completely up to you. Okay? So this is how it is like this. This is how it is with a little fuller. But there you have it. Here's our little side view bunny, and on your solid door, he's going to look really cute. I'm going to put this on my front door because Easter's coming. And again, your bow is real simple to make. You just flip it, flop it, you know, back and forth the same size, and then you just poof it out. Okay? So that was super easy to make, and it was fun. The only thing is you got to take the time to wrap your flowers around it. Remember, the longer stem is called the dogwood. Here is your cottontail. Here is your little foot made with the wire from the dogtail. And of course, we made our ears with our extra wire from our flowers that I keep telling you guys to save. And I have something else I'm going to teach you guys how to make. So I hope that you like our little bunny that's made out of grapevine. And it's just a little bit different than the way everybody else is making them. And have fun making your own. I'll see all of you soon.